again, but where do you evaluate just the season in general now and like how far you guys made it?
Yeah, I mean, kind of hard to do it after 20 minutes after the game ended, but I mean, just knowing where this team was last year and where we are now, I think we made good strides forward in the right direction, and I think that's the bigger picture, just to knowing what we can build. There's stuff that we can learn from this year, obviously, and especially how it ended in a disappointing way, but just to how team came together and we had such a good time with each other, and so in that area it was a great year. It just had a great group of guys, coaching staff, everybody. So, but yeah, I think we did take some strides in the right direction, and obviously we're gonna look what we can do better. But I think this is a good experience for our team, and we are still, though it's going to be my sixth year next year, but it's still a young group of guys. So, I mean, it was a good experience for everybody to go through it, and knowing how important the games in January and December and that stuff is, that we blew a lead in December, and that's going to come bite us in the end. So I think it's a good reminder and a good experience for everybody.
You said disappointed, and JB said the same thing as well, just about this game. How do you guys work through that disappointment? Because wanting to go farther than you did in the ending here, like as a team, is there something that's afterwards, sort of put this behind you, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, disappointed is the word to use, but so we didn't talk really about the whole year yet. I'm sure we're gonna do that tomorrow, but just you can tell how much it means to everybody. So it's understandable that everybody's kind of their own bubble, and but like I said, we had a great group of guys throughout the organization. So just no matter how it ended, and I know we're going to be better for it and even more together. And so I'm excited for the future.
Ashley Bastock, Cleveland.com. Lauri, just to have Jarrett back out there for this one, number one, what does it give you in terms of being able to use that big lineup with you, him, and Evan? And then just the fact that he's not 100%, obviously, and was willing to come out here for a make or break game.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. We've seen how much he's been working, and he wanted to. We've seen that how much it means to him. So for him to come out and show up and play the way he did, I think just it was a different feel again, to feel like we've had such a bad timing with actually not having the whole group of guys together at the same time, but just felt good to have him out there and on both ends of the floor. So I mean, I don't know how he feels after that game, but fortunately he has time to get 100% now. So.
And then just when you think about everything you guys went through this year, especially with injuries, I won't use a big word, but how many what ifs does that add to when you're thinking about this season and in the short term, kind of evaluating this year?
Yeah, I think injuries are unfortunately part of the sport. We weren't the only team who went through it. There's a lot of teams, especially this year with COVID happening midway through, and so I mean, there's stuff that we can learn from, and just we talked about, especially earlier in the year, the next man up mentality, and I think that's what we kind of learned, that it's an unfortunate reality that sometimes some guy's going to go down, and just the way we pick each other up and come back better from it. I think that just shows the heart of the team and how together we are. So obviously everybody matters. We want the healthy group out there, and so hopefully we get that more next year.
Thanks.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Lowrys. Building off of that, and you guys said that you didn't want to use injuries as an excuse, but is there any kind of feeling of you didn't get the opportunity to finish what you guys started
Yeah, I think we feel that way. I don't know how many games we played with the lineup that we had, and all the guys who were getting minutes earlier in the year, and had stuff that happened to them. So it is, of course, a what if, like what we could have achieved with the healthy group, and but I think there was a lot of injuries that we couldn't really control. There's myself just twisting your ankle after contact coming down on and just fracturing your finger on the rim. Like, it doesn't happen to our below the rim guys, but I mean, it's just unfortunate events and that we can't really control, and that's the contact sport right there. So of course we're disappointed that we didn't feel like we got the chance to finish it, but I mean, it's part of it.
And then I saw you going off the court and you were saluting the crowd, and they are obviously showing their appreciation for you. What are your emotions like in that kind of moment after you lose the game, but also like you guys do feel like you accomplished something this year?
I mean, they've been with us the whole time, and we felt the crowd. I mean, obviously tonight, but just throughout the whole year, we felt the energy in the building, and so I just wanted to show the appreciation a little bit. So I got such a great fan base, and hopefully we can bring it back next year. And but of course, I've used the word disappointed a lot, but I mean, that's what it was. But I think just at the same time, I do recognize the support that we've been having the whole year. So definitely helps.
Well,
Right now, Akron Beacon Journal. I know this isn't the time to think about it, but when you think about the three big guys and lineup and everything, how excited are you to kind of expand on that, as Evan grows and everything?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great look for us, and obviously everybody's going to get summer under their belt, and we're going to see how it looks next year. But I think showed promise this year, and that's just us getting work together, getting whatever it may be. I don't know when it's going to be, but just working together with that lineup, and getting to know more each other. Even like I know we played a whole year, but just you can always get the chemistry even better, and just knowing what guys like to do. So I'm excited for the future, and can't wait to work with those guys again. And so.
Just one quick thing about Jared. Did he do something tonight that kind of shocked you? Like, I didn't think he was going to be capable of that. Just playing with him.
At this point, he doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I'm happy for him that he was able to come back, and I'm sure it still hurts, and but he showed how much he wants to be out there, and so I'm proud of him. And but yeah, he looked like himself. He was dunking the ball, and so we're gonna need that in the future, obviously. And but he didn't surprise me. So